What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. It's a great day to be stacking that silver and gold. In today's video, I wanted to talk about the silver exit strategy and the importance of having one, even if you're someone like me and have no intention to sell. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for a bunch of videos, subscribe to my second channel for bonus videos, and follow me on social media at Mykie DYDSS on both Twitter and Instagram. And of course, 3 very quick things before we fully dive into the video. Number 1, if you haven't already, try you out some Celsius Energy. That's right, a healthier alternative to the other energy drinks out there. You can get a 12-pack variety pack on Amazon right now. I will leave an affiliate link in the description so you can try out the different flavors. They're all pretty delicious if you ask me. 2, if you haven't already started investing and you would like to, make sure to download Webull and fund your account. They're going to give you some free stocks just for doing so, and they make it really simple for a new investor to start investing because of how easy it is to navigate on the app. Webull link in the description. And third and finally, if you need any silver or gold stacking supplies, whether it be airtight tubes and capsules, anti-tarnish paper, mini lock boxes, microscopes, the list goes on. Any and all stacking supplies will be linked in the descriptions for your convenience. Okay, so in today's video, I want to talk about the exit strategy. This was actually a requested topic. I was reading through the comments. I've been trying to respond to as many comments as I can. It's hard to keep up. There's so many of them. But one of the comments said something along the lines of, can you make a video talking about how to have an exit strategy when it comes to silver? Now, if you don't know what we're talking about when we say exit strategy, that means taking our silver and getting the cash out of it, converting the silver back into dollars, cashing out on the silver. Now, you could be someone like me that has no plan on cashing out. I don't want to cash out. I don't plan on selling any of my silver at all. I don't plan on parting ways with my silver, and I'm willing to bet 70 to 80% of you are probably in line with my way of thinking. And my way of thinking is that silver and gold, it's not necessarily a way to make a quick buck. It's not necessarily an investment. It's not necessarily something to flip. It's not necessarily something that I'm putting dollars into in hopes of it going up in value so that I can take the dollar bills back out, because I understand that silver and gold are not supposed to be used for that. Silver and gold are merely a hedge against inflation. So when the value goes up, the spot price goes up, it's usually because the value or the purchasing power of the dollar bill went down. So if you put $10 in, and all of a sudden that $10 worth is now considered worth $20, and you cash it out for $20, congratulations, $10 in, $20 out, but odds are that $20 can buy you the same thing that the $10 could have bought you a couple years ago. That is why I'm in it for the long term, and I merely use the silver and gold. I mean, for me personally, it's more of a hobby than anything else. I'm not all in like a lot of people are. I was all in and stacking as aggressively as possible 2017, 18, 19, 20, and 21. But 22, 23, 24, and 25, I've taken a major step back, and now I stack the silver much more casually. I'm not nearly as aggressive as I was because it's for wealth preservation purposes, and I came to the conclusion, hey, you know what? I'm pretty young. I don't have a lot of wealth to preserve just yet. Let me build something up for myself first. But don't think for a second I stopped stacking silver entirely. No, I just stack it much more casually, and I'm much more hands-off, if that makes sense. But I still pick up my Washington quarters. I still pick up my Buffalo rounds. And these last couple of weeks, we have been especially excited about the silver and the gold, and I added a couple of pieces that I do not have to my to-stack list that I plan on picking up over the next couple of weeks or the next month or so. So if you're someone like me, and you're in it because you think that it's cool, because that it's fun, because that you understand that it's more of a hedge against inflation than anything else, and it's something for the long term. If you are someone like me that does not want to sell, that does not mean you will not be face to face with a situation, a micro level, personal level, financial issue that pops up unexpectedly, and you need to cover the expense. Whether it be a job loss, whether it be your car crapping out on you, whether it be a new roof, whatever the case may be. See, a lot of people have a traditional savings account. We in the precious metal stacking community laugh at those people, but a lot of people have a traditional savings account, and in the event of it, maybe they're saving up for something. Maybe they want to go from an apartment to a house, and they're saving up for a house every week or every month. They add to the savings account, they get a little bit closer to their goal, and surprise, surprise, something happens. And they don't have the money for it, and they're like, hey, you know what? Thank God I have the savings account. It's there for me. That's how many of us look at the silver. They don't want to take dollar bills out of their savings account. They're saving up for a house. Why would they want to take dollars out? We don't want to part ways with any of our silver. We're stacking it for the long term. Why would we cash out in the short term? Because things can happen. So that's how many of us in the precious metal world kind of look at it. There is a large percentage of people that are in it for more short-term, opportunistic ways. The spot price goes up and they're flipping the physical silver. I mean, it's a little bit of a pain in the neck to do that. You might as well buy paper silver at that point. But point being is that you need to have an exit strategy, whether because you fully plan on cashing out when the spot price goes up, or you just need to have a plan just in case, God forbid, knock on wood, something happens and you are face to face with a financial situation. Guess what? If you take care of your money, your money can be there to take care of you in the event of an emergency. See, that's why I've been saying for about 7.5 years now, I look at silver and gold as more of a physical at-home savings account that pays better interest, or could potentially pay better interest, I should say. So the importance of having an exit strategy is just in case, God forbid, you need to part ways with a little bit of silver or a little bit of gold, exchange it for cash so that you can use the cash to take care of an unexpected expense. That's why you need to have an exit strategy. It's not because you want to cash out, it's just in case. And similar to a lot of us who are prepping alongside stacking, we kind of have the mentality where it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. So it's better to have an exit strategy and not need it than to need an exit strategy and not know what to do. So the first thing that I would say is be a regular customer at your local coin shop. Now, this can come in handy in two different ways, or actually many different ways, but two really important ways. The first one being is that, number one, you are doing what you should be doing by supporting a small business. Forget the online dealers. They got an international customer base. They're fine. Support the local coin shop. Shop local supports small businesses in general, not just coin shops. Support small businesses. But two, for the sake of this video, you want to be able to utilize your local coin shop. If and when the day comes, you got to part ways with a little bit of your silver. You see, they make transactions both ways. It's like a physical, like person-to-person ATM, if you think about it. The silver that you have is a physical at-home savings account. Your local coin shop is the ATM. So you go to the coin shop and you can exchange your dollar bills for coins, rounds, and bars, the way you probably already do. Well, guess what? You could also exchange your coins, rounds, and bars for cash, for those dollar bills, those fake fiat glorified IOU debt note dollar bills, if you need to in the event of an emergency. So you want to be familiar with the people that work at your local coin shop. You want to be familiar with the people that work at several local coin shops in your area, assuming that you have more than one. You want to know them. You want to be friendly with them. Don't just go in, make a quick little transaction, and scurry out the door. Have a conversation with them. Become friendly with the people that work at the local coin shop. Guess what? They're there for you, just like you're there for them, supporting their business. Guess what? They're supporting you as well. Something else you can do, and something that I haven't done much of, I did attend two, but something else that you should do is look up coin shows in your area. Just go on Google and type like coin shows near me, or like expos, like an expo center that has like some kind of like a coin convention or showing or something going on. You can go and you can meet dozens of people in the coin collecting, potentially silver and gold stacking world. And you can build yourself a Rolodex. You can build yourself a network of people. Maybe somebody is just showing something off that they have. They're not selling it, but it's something that you want. Well, guess what? If you get in contact with this person, maybe they'll, at some point in the future, decide that they are ready to sell what you were already ready to buy. Maybe they can reach out to you and sell it to you first instead of going straight on over to a coin shop or a pawn shop or something like that. Build a network. Become familiar with people in the silver and gold stacking community. Become familiar and build a network in the coin collecting world. These are people that have what you want. These are people that if they don't have what you want, they know somebody that does. You meet 15 people. Each of those 15 people know 15 other people. Each of all those 15 other people know 15 other people. And you can build yourself a network, whether you're looking to buy or whether you're looking to sell. Something else you can do, the third example I'll give, is a more online version. And that would be selling on eBay or potentially social media. I'll use eBay as an example. eBay in particular. Do you have any idea how many people make transactions on eBay on a day-to-day basis? I mean, I was just reading earlier today that eBay has over 130 million active users worldwide. And guess what? The platform does 2 billion transactions on a day-to-day basis. You mean to tell me, because I know one of the big counter arguments is going to be, oh, if you buy it from an online dealer, or if you buy it from a coin shop, or if you buy it from someone that you know and you're paying a premium, when you go to sell it back, they're not going to want to give you a premium. I know that argument. Well, guess what? That argument doesn't exist online, especially on a platform that does 2 billion transactions on a day-to-day basis. I know for an absolute fact, and by the way, as I am filming this video right here, right now, I have the spot price pulled up. I'll show it to you. The spot price of silver at the moment is $33 even. If I were to take a little 1 troy ounce silver coin, round, or bar, this one right here, a little 1 ounce Westminster Mint silver bar, spot price is $33. You tack a premium onto that, it's about $35. Guess what? I guarantee you, I could list this on eBay today for $40. And someone will buy it. Guaranteed. In fact, not even $40. The bidding starts at $40, and I guarantee you it will sell for more than $40. Now, I've personally never sold silver on eBay before. I've never sold silver, period. I've never sold to the local coin shop. I've never sold to a person that I know. I've never sold online or social media. I've never done that. I've sold a bunch of other stuff on eBay before. I've sold an incredible amount of stuff on eBay. 2019, I went on this crazy, clean out my entire life frenzy. I wanted to minimize what I own, basically. So I sold a bunch of stuff. If it wasn't sellable, I donated it. If it wasn't donatable, I threw it in the garbage. And I just got rid of everything. I wanted to just declutter my entire life and have just an open, empty space to work with. And it was arguably one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. But I sold a bunch of stuff on eBay. And a lot of the stuff that I sold on eBay, I put it up at like an auction. And guess what? People bid on it. 2 billion transactions on a day-to-day basis. Over 130 million active users on a daily basis. You mean to tell me that not one of those 130 million people want what I am selling? You're mistaken. And it can be proven. Go to eBay right now and type in just some random silver coin rounder bar. Guess what? A lot of them are listed at a pretty fair price, $35, $36, $37. Guess what? A lot of them are listed for more. A lot of them have $4, $5, $6, $7 shipping. And guess what? People are still buying. People are still paying. eBay is a fantastic place to go. If you don't want to utilize eBay, you can utilize social media, Instagram, maybe Twitter, which is now called X. By the way, follow me on both of those at Mykie DYDSS across all platforms, but those two in particular. I post a lot of pictures on Instagram, and I talk about all types of stuff on X or Twitter. Follow me over there, please. But here's the thing. You can utilize social media as well. It doesn't have to be something like an eBay. It could be social media as well. You post a picture of what you're selling. I could take a picture of this right here. This is not for sale, by the way. But hypothetically, let's just say it was. I could post a picture of this. And I'll just say, 1 ounce, 3/9 fine Westminster Mint silver bar. Selling it for $38. DM me to make the transaction happen. And guess what? Somebody can reach out to me. They send me a direct message right there on Instagram. And they say, hey, I got $38 that I don't want. You got a 1 ounce silver bar that I do want. Let's make the transaction happen. And guess what? You could do it right then and there. You get their shipping information. They PayPal you the $38. The silver bar ends up in their mailbox. And guess what? You made a transaction just like that. But even if you don't want to do it online, if you don't want to make the online transactions, you can do the same thing with people in person at the local coin shop or at a coin show or an expo. Like I said, build a network of people, build a Rolodex of people, a list of contacts of people that are interested in buying and or selling coins, rounds, and bars. A list of contacts that you can utilize in the future. You can leverage all of those names, all of those phone numbers. You can reach out to these people if and when the day comes where you are forced to sell a little bit of your silver, or maybe you decide for yourself, hey, you know what? I'm cashing out. I'm done. That's it. I'm over it. I want the paper instead. I don't want the money. I want the currency. Guess what? You can reach out to these people. And maybe you don't have to sell every single ounce of silver that you own to one person. Maybe you sell 5 ounces to this person, 20 ounces to that person. Maybe you sell a monster box to that person over there. Maybe a couple tubes of maple leafs to that person over there. Little by little. You don't need to do it online. These could be in-person transactions. But the point I'm trying to make, coming around full circle here, is you need to have an exit strategy. Whether you plan on exiting or not. You need to be familiar with how to sell if you're put in a position where you need to sell, even if you don't want to. Trust me, I don't want to sell my silver. I don't want to sell my gold. I don't want to part ways with any of my precious metals. I could potentially see myself trading some silver for gold when the gold to silver ratio gap closes in, when it's a little bit more in my favor. I could absolutely see myself doing that. I wouldn't trade any of what you're looking at, though. All this silver right here, all this, little American flag bar, Queen's Beast, Aztec calendar, Libertad, Type 2 Silver Eagle, Type 1 Silver Eagle, Maple Leaf, Kangaroo, half-ounce Sunshine Round, Westminster Mint Bar, 10-ounce Silver Gold Bull Bar, Creatures of the North, 10-ounce Sunshine, 5-ounce Sunshine, 3-ounce Monarch, 2-ounce Monarch, and a couple more Type 2 Silver Eagles over here. Everything that you're looking at, all of this silver, no, this is mine. This will be kept. This will be buried with me. I'm not parting ways with any of this. However, over the years, I've little by little by little by little worked my way up to a pretty hefty supply of Washington quarters, for example. And guess what? I don't plan on getting rid of any of those. I want to keep every single one that I have. But if I'm put in a position where I have to sell a little bit of silver, guess what's going first? Probably that stuff. Or maybe one or a portion of one of the tubes upon tubes upon tubes upon tubes of Silver Eagles that I acquired over the years. Or the stacks upon stacks upon stacks of Buffalo rounds that I've acquired over the years. Guess what? Those are easier for me to get rid of. Because I have like so many, they're all the same. I have so many Silver Eagles, so many identical Silver Buffalo rounds, so many Washington quarters. All this stuff right here that you're looking at on screen, these are all, well, not all of it, but for the most part, I only have one of a majority of these things. I only have one of these, 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 one of each of these, one of these, one of these. So yeah, no, I'm not going to get rid of those. Those are pieces that I love. These are pieces that are going to be buried with me one day. But let's just say, hypothetically, you have 10 tubes of Silver Eagles. Each tube contains 20 Silver Eagles. That's 200 Silver Eagles. There's no sentimental value attached to those tubes of Silver Eagles. And if you have 10 of them and you're facing a financial situation, you're obviously not going to want to part ways with one of those 10, but if you had to, guess what? It's not the end of the world. You still got 9 left, and once you get yourself back on track, you can go and get that tube of Silver Eagles back, and maybe you can get 2 tubes of Silver Eagles back to make up for it. You took out a loan for yourself, by yourself, from yourself. And then you paid yourself back by getting yourself a tube of Silver Eagles at some point in the future. And, instead of a tube of 20, get yourself a tube of 20 plus one single Silver Eagle. Because you paid yourself back plus interest. How about that? But point being, all jokes aside, you need to have an exit strategy, whether you plan on exiting or not. You need to know how to sell. You need to have a list of people. You need to have a network of people. You need to have a Rolodex of people that you can potentially sell to. You need to have potential buyers. You need to be thinking ahead. You need to be prepared, and you need to be strategic. Even if you're someone like me that refuses to sell, like in my mind right now, I'm thinking to myself, I don't care what happens. I'm not selling. Guess what? If something were to happen, you're going to have a very different opinion. At the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do. Once again, God forbid, knock on wood, none of us are faced with anything like that. But in life, things happen. Things pop up. The unexpected occurs. And all of a sudden, you're face to face with a financial burden that you weren't expecting. And you need to do something about it. Well, guess what? You took care of the money all these months or all these years of stacking. Well, guess what? Potentially now, the money can take care of you. Just something to think about. Just something to talk about. Let me know in the comments. What's your exit strategy? Even if you don't plan on exiting. In an emergency situation, how would you go about parting ways with just a little bit of silver? Let's just say you desperately need to sell just a measly 5 ounces of silver. How do you plan on doing it? Coin shop, maybe a friend or a family member that wants to buy. Maybe you throw it up on eBay and beef up the price a little bit. Ask for a higher premium than you would to a friend or something. Sell it on social media. Let me know what your exit strategy would be in the comment section down below. If you guys like today's video, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Subscribe to my second channel for bonus videos, and follow me on social media at Mykie DYDSS across all platforms. And of course, the big 3 as we're wrapping up the video. Number 1, if you haven't already, try you out some Celsius Energy. That's right, it's a healthier alternative to the other energy drinks out there. You can get a 12-pack variety pack on Amazon right now. I will leave an affiliate link in the description so you can try out the different flavors. 2, if you're not already investing and you'd like to start investing, make sure to download Webull and fund your account. They're going to give you some free stocks just for doing so, and they make it really simple for new investors to start investing because of how easy it is to navigate on the app. Webull link in the description. 3rd and finally, if you need any silver or gold stacking supplies, whether they be airtight tubes and capsules, anti-tarnish paper, mini lock boxes, microscopes, the list goes on. All silver and gold stacking supplies will be linked in the description for your convenience. And once again, head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. What is your exit strategy? I understand you may not want to use your exit strategy, but God forbid, knock on wood, something occurs. How would you go about exiting? Or maybe you fully intend on cashing out. Maybe that's been the goal since day one. How would you do so? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one. Don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.